everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Ask Jawson. So, I am your host, Joshua Jerzak. I am joined by Dawson March. Dawson, how are you doing?
I'm doing, I'm doing great, Josh. I'm doing great.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
So, this is a little weird episode because something happened with the audio files while we were editing. So when we recorded episode 5 originally, this is our second take of episode 5. When we recorded it originally, it was like several weeks prior to now. And it was only like a segment of episode 5 that was not good. So rather than us completely scrap the episode, we felt that it would be better if we just record a first half and then put the second half of the original at the end. So, but there's a little bit of explanation leading up. So this next segment is going to be us explaining the episode. Me and Dawson have this thing. I don't know how we do it, but we just manage to bounce off of each other and create these crazy scenarios where we either like just make scenarios or we've made like a quote-unquote movie, like a rough outline of a movie script one time that had 2 movies. We made a sequel. Yeah. It was revolving around the bipolar magnetic reversal theorem. Now, I don't think we've ever talked about it on the podcast.
We've not.
Okay. So, I'm not going to let Dawson explain what the bipolar magnetic reversal theorem is because he's going to give you some BS answer that's not true and you're going to confuse everyone.
I just want to show you something real quick. As you can see here, we have 2 poles on the Earth, a north and a south. Wait, north and a south. No, I'm kidding. This is just my notebook from the last time I explained the bipolar magnetic reversal theorem. You can see you see theorem there, and you see the graph there. I'm not going to do it this time. It'll take an hour.
Yeah, that was quite the bit. But sorry for all you podcast listeners, you didn't see the notebook.
Oh, that's right. It's a notebook full of nonsense drawings.
Yeah, just nonsensical scribble. Dawson has this thing where whenever something is like unexplained or he's trying to pretend to be smart, I'm not saying you're dumb, Dawson. You're not dumb.
But I do pretend to know everything.
Yeah, you and me pretend to be smart in order to be dumb as humor, or sometimes we'll dumb ourselves down. Like, we're not as stupid as we think, or as we show ourselves or present ourselves. We're actually pretty smart guys. I wouldn't say geniuses, but there are topics where we know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
But there are some times where both of us are out of the loop and have no idea what the hell is going on. And Dawson will always just pull out, oh yeah, that's because of the bipolar magnetic reversal theorem, just to sound smart. And so he said that one time while we were in the car, and I was like, dude, one of these days, you're going to say that to someone, and it's going to be like a scientist, and they're going to actually be like, oh my god, you know about the bipolar magnetic reversal theorem?
It's going to be a mind-blowing, revolutionary thought.
Yeah, and Dawson's going to just have to pretend like he knows what it actually is, and then we spiral out into, it's an actual thing, and, it creates, human like leaps and bounds in like technology, and like it revolutionizes the world, but he's faking it the whole time and has no idea what he's talking about, but he's somehow managing to just change the world for the better. And the premise of the movie was Jonah Hill plays Dawson, and then there's a news reporter played by Shia LaBeouf who is on to Dawson and is like, oh, this is just really fishy. And he goes through the whole movie like trying to like debunk and like prove that Dawson is a fraud. And then like Dawson, I think we made you like pass away, and it's like after the fact that you passed away that he finally figures out that you were a fraud the whole time. But now he's faced with this dilemma of do I like
deface the name of Dawson
do I
Marsh?
deface the name and like undermine all of this technological advancements, or do I just live with this like pressure and this knowing of like everything is a fraud? And then we made a sequel.
Okay, so this movie, right? Sounds
super
like
serious.
Sounds great.
Like,
sounds awesome.
It's a super serious, like taken serious movie, and yeah, you could explain the sequel. Well, explain how the first one ends.
The first one ends. I don't remember at all.
We ended it with the rapture.
yeah. I don't know.
Like, and then the rapture happens. Jesus descends, and just hell breaks loose. And then this sequel, because
and then there's a to be continued.
Yeah, it'll just end. Like, that's it. And so everyone's like, oh my god, what happens? Like, it's such a serious movie. Like, what happens in the rapture? Like, does it go into like a post-apocalyptic like thing? Like, what happens? And so then and when me and Dawson are like pitching like the first movie, we're like everyone like, because it'll be one of those movies where like people like overanalyze. Like there's just some movies where people overanalyze. They're like, oh, because he wore a blue cape, like the color blue represents like royalty or some stupid crap, and it like ties to his royal like family line or some stupid crap. And it's like, no, he's just wearing a blue cape because blue is cool. Like, and so that would be like our movie, and we're like, oh yeah, that scene, it could mean like life and the fragility of life, and like some stupid
the way
crap
he
that
said,
like people just eats up.
The way he said thank you really insinuates that he actually did not mean thank you.
Exactly like
but
that.
But that he
like,
knew the world was going to end.
Yeah, and so like everyone's just like super intrigued into it. And then yeah, you could explain the second movie, because good lord.
Yeah, so then the second movie opens up, and basically what happens is, like, I think Shia LaBeouf's in a restaurant, right? And he's ordering food, and you see a stalk of celery walk into the restaurant and take a seat and order, like, there's no issue. And, like, people are, like, watching this movie like, what? And then that's when the movie just gets weirder.
Yeah, it's
like,
never addressed. And we figured we would put, like, stuff in the background that's just, like, out of place. Like, it's not crazy, like, it looks exactly the same, but it's just never addressed. Like, the rapture is never addressed. Nobody talks about it. Nobody's like, hey, do you remember the rapture happened? Like, nothing. It's never talked about, but just things are out of place, and it's never the same.
Like, when Shia LaBeouf's done ordering his food, he eats his food and everything, and then he goes, he leaves the restaurant, but he, like, crawls out of the restaurant for no reason. So, like, weird stuff like that, but, like, then he gets out of the restaurant, stands up, and walks away, and, like, nobody ever says anything.
Yes, it's never addressed. I think my favorite scene that we came up with so, again, it's not a comedy. I cannot stress this enough. It's not a comedy. But the one scene we made is this like broccoli or celery stalk or whatever. Like, no, I think we made it Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman walks into this house to like talk to Shia LaBeouf, and he sits down. They talk at the dinner table, this and that, and then Morgan Freeman goes to leave. He picks up a briefcase that he did not walk in with. It's never explained whose briefcase it is. He just picks up a briefcase, walks out, and then there's a laugh track.
Oh, yeah. just once in the movie. Just once.
Only laugh track in the whole movie, and it's never explained. It's not a funny scene. It was supposed to be like a very somber scene of like Morgan Freeman giving like Shia LaBeouf like life advice and stuff, and he just goes, picks up this random ass briefcase and walks out.
And like people, the laugh track, people are cackling. Like I want people to be like dying, crying, and like laughing for a good like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then just stops.
But this is the kind of crap that we were just in the car ride just thinking of this crap. So, the point of this podcast is I'm going to read off some writing prompts. I skimmed over them. I didn't think too much about them. And I think we're going to try and come up with our own storylines for them. We don't have to go too into depth, or we could go into as much depth as we want.
And we'll have lots of liberty with what is in these prompts, correct? Like, we can go any direction we want, really, as long as we're basing it off the prompt, correct?
Of course, okay. Yeah. We can make it a comedy, we can make it a drama, romantic, whatever the hell we want. Welcome back. You've made it to the other side. We're here. We were waiting for you this whole time.
And it's nice to see you again. I hope you guys enjoyed that explanation from our former selves, our past selves.
We were so young. We were such babies.
We were naive. You know, we thought things would work, and obviously they did not work.
Never
young and
worked.
stupid. But now we're wiser. We understand. You can see, you can notice a couple of differences. First of all, I now have a microphone in front of my face here, hopefully to alleviate some of the technical difficulties we've had. And we've changed some things around in our recording process, so hopefully it all goes smoothly.
Yeah, I think it should. We shouldn't have any problems.
Yeah.
So, jumping into the first writing prompt. You ready, Dawson?
I'm pumped, man. I'm ready to go.
All right. When you were 10 years old, a dragon saved your life. No one believed you until he came to your house today asking for a favor.
The dragon came to my house asking for a favor?
Who else would be coming to your house asking for a favor?
No. I mean, I was just clarifying. You know, I need to understand the prompt. Okay. The dragon
comes and he's like, I don't know. Well, how do we want the dragon to sound? Do we want to give him like a high voice of like?
Well, like a Barney voice, like. Oh no, Barney's a low voice. Wait, I don't even know what Barney sounds like right now.
He sounds like, "I love you, kids."
Oh yeah. So our dragons are creep.
All dragons are creeps.
Yeah.
Show me a dragon that is not a creep, and I'll retract that statement.
I want him to sound like like a creep,
like he comes up to your door. He's like, Dawson,
and my mom's.
I saved you 10 years ago. Please help me.
My family opens the door like, Dawson, there's a really creepy dragon here to see you.
Let's think. We need a plot. So, what was the thing you saved him from 10 years ago? Let's think. What was...
No, the dragon saved me.
No, you saved the dragon 10 years ago.
No.
So now he's... Dawson, I read the prompt. When you were 10 years old, a dragon... Oh, you're right.
I read the prompt!
I feel stupid.
Because the dragon's asking me for a favor now, because it helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 years later, the dragon's asking me for a favor.
Dragon saved your life. No one believed it until... Oh, okay. So now you have to help. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So so you're asking, what did the dragon do for me as a 10-year-old?
Well, if we're making it into a movie, what did the dragon do for the main character?
That's true. The main character. It has to be something like... I'm trying to think. Something like really stupid, but it needs to have the favor returned.
He threw out the expired yogurt that you were gonna eat.
That would have ended up actually killing me.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the main character's mom.
The main character never reads labels.
Yeah. Because I mean, the main character was a baby at the time, right?
No, it was 10.
Oh well, 10.
When you were 10 years old.
Babies are 10 years old. I don't know. 10-year-old. So basically, the kid's mom is always just like, no, that milk's still good. No, those eggs are still good. It'll be like 6 years old. No, that yogurt's fine. And one day the dragon comes in, and it's like, no, that yogurt's not fine. Takes it and flies away with it.
Yes.
Because dragons eat expired food. The dragon's like, I'll take this back to my kids.
Uh-huh.
Right? Okay. So 10 years later, the dragon shows up, or whatever, however long later, the dragon shows up and says, hey, dude, remember that time I saved you from eating that yogurt, Well, basically, I need you to go kill this other dragon for me. It's just like...
yeah, something, like, so disproportionately, like... they're not equivalent at all, but like, what are you gonna do? Argue with a dragon?
I need you to go slay the god of death for me real quick. Thanks, man. See you later. I just think it's so funny. This dragon's like, dude, remember the time I like took that expired yogurt when you were 10? And it's like, no, I don't really remember that, but I kind of, something's ringing a bell. It's like, yeah, well, I need you to go save the world.
All right, so we need a main character. Who is the main character?
Danny DeVito, obviously.
Danny DeVito.
No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to think.
Are
you saying who is the main, like who plays the main character, or like tell me a little bit about the main character?
Let's start with in the story.
Okay.
The main character, like what's the main character's name? Backstory, little.
This main character is just some nobody.
I think he should be just the most mundane human ever. So like Jeff.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff, just some random kid, just like, no offense to any Jeffs out there, but like just a Jeff. He's not he's not like some
except you. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah, Jeff. Might as well just turn this podcast off, Jeff.
Just listen.
Yeah, we don't even want
you know who you are. Just stop.
But other Jeffs are fine. Anyway, so this is just some regular Jeff, regular old Jeff. Who's like not doing great in life, like has lots of bills to pay. Lives in like, I don't know. Lives in filth. You know what I mean? Like, just like his life is...
I don't think it should be like in shambles. I think just like what some people would consider boring in a way.
Okay.
Of like, he just like wakes up in the morning, has a daily routine.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Goes to work like as a cashier. Like a convenience store.
He pays bills and dies, basically, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like that. Like he's just going through life, like going through the motions, and like it's just once he finishes work, he just comes home and like watches TV, and like that's it.
So that brings up the question. Then is just like this dragon shows up. It's like, hey, dude, I need you to do this crazy thing for me, and then the main character Jeff is just like, not really into the idea, so maybe like turns it down at first.
Oh yeah, he completely slams the door in the dragon's face.
Yeah,
He's like, nah, dude.
And then like I feel like later on, like he's just like his life gets more and more boring.
Yeah, when the dragon shows up, it kind of opens his eyes to like how mundane his life is and how repetitive it is, and it slowly chips away at him until finally he's like, how do I find this dragon
I
now?
feel like his girlfriend has to break up with him. Like just things got to start going wrong for him too. You know what I mean? Like after the dragon leaves.
Yeah, like little things have to go wrong for him. Yeah. Again, I don't want this man's life to go to shambles.
I want this man's life to be misery. I want Jeff to be so sad. He gets fired from his job.
No.
Yeah, because
no.
because they start hiring robots to be the cashier and everything. And so this robot comes in, it's like, "Hello, Jeff. Sorry, the boss wanted me to tell you you are fired." Now, what is the code to the break room? And then Jeff goes home, sits on his couch, and tries to order Uber Eats, and then his order
gets canceled.
Yeah, because they deliver it to the wrong house, and just like his life's just like everything keeps going. What else can go wrong for him? You know. I'm trying to think what else could go wrong for him.
How else can I screw Jeff's life?
He doesn't really have any family, right? He just has like what kind of family does he have?
Probably like I want to say like like either a sister or an aunt.
Okay.
Like not necessarily like a parent, but like someone like off, you know?
Yeah. But his aunt hates him.
Why?
Despises
No.
Jeff.
They just don't talk. Like they're just not close.
All right, fine.
She checks in like every once in a while to see if he's okay. Yeah. And like that's it.
Jeff, how you doing, honey? I'm good. I just got fired.
Just got fired.
Yeah, just got fired.
My girlfriend broke up with me.
And his girlfriend, like he sees his girlfriend driving down the street.
My dog got hit by a car.
Yeah. He sees his girlfriend in the car with her new boyfriend, who's like super cool and wears sunglasses, and they run over his dog. That's how it happens. And he's just looking out the window. His dog gets hit, and he doesn't even like cry or anything. He's just like, well, that's it. That's my life sucks.
I know.
Oh man. Okay. Anyway, and then he sits on his couch.
And then end movie.
Yeah.
Credits roll.
Oh man. You know, at the end of credits when like pictures.
I mean, the prompt doesn't say we have to include the dragon in the story. He just shows up.
That's a really good point. And
he just shows up, and his life just goes to crap.
And then his aunt's like, so anyway, like, Jeff, how you doing? And Jeff's like, well, you know the dragon I used to tell you about when I was a kid? Like, it showed up to my house today. And his aunt's like, all right. And she writes down a number to like a mental hospital.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Well, I want you to come over later tonight, okay? Jeff's like, all right. All right, Aunt Janice.
Oh my God.
And then he goes over to Aunt Janice's, and she's like, oh, why don't we get into the car? We're going to go get some food, okay? They stop at Taco Bell, and then they go to the mental hospital. And then that's the end right there, man.
I don't think you can just check someone into a mental hospital without their permission, and like you need like a doctor's note saying like, yes, he is actually mentally unstable.
I feel like if you walked into a mental hospital, and we're just like, yeah, my nephew here thinks he sees a dragon, and the dragon keeps showing up at his door, and they're like, yep, all right, well, that's room 33 down here.
Legally, you still can't. You have to have a doctor's approval.
This is like one of those black market mental hospitals.
An asylum.
Yeah, it's an asylum.
You were correct the first time. That's
they walk
asylum.
in. Yeah, my nephew here keeps seeing dragons. Yep, we've seen this one before. Check him into room 33.
They put all the people that like have spoken to dragons in the same room. But what if they all actually have seen the same dragon?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And like, what's the dragon's name? Like, because I have an idea.
What if it's like oh, I wish I had like a dragon like name generator like
Horgoth.
What was that?
Nothing.
Did you say Korgoth?
No, I said something far more inappropriate.
Okay. I think the dragon's name should be Korgoth.
Korgoth. That's a good one.
Korgoth.
That's a good one. So Korgoth just shows up at the mental hospital, like knocks on the door to like this room 33. He's like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And they're like, "Hey, Korgoth." It's like, "Oh, Jeff, you're in here now too?" Yeah. Korgoth.
But so all of their like stories, like they explain like what happened to like when they like what happened after they met Korgoth, and all of their stories are like oh, like I stubbed my toe or something, and like that was like their shitty experiences. And Jeff's like, my girlfriend broke up with me, and then she ran over my dog, and I got fired, and now I'm here. Like, what? Why did I get like screwed over here?
Oh my god!
And then when Korgoth shows up, Jeff's pissed.
Yeah, Korgoth, you ruined my life.
Yeah.
Oh man, this could be so funny because it's just such a depressing movie.
But the plot twist is, so this has to all happen within like 15-20 minutes in the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
The adventure is Jeff goes on an adventure and gains like, you know how like the hero has like not followers but like allies or whatever like that like help them out. He gains like a party, and then his objective is not to help Korgoth out and like save like defeat like the Lich King or whatever. He's going to join the Lich King
and then kill Korgoth.
Yes, we're gonna kill Korgoth.
Yeah. Deal. That's one of those movies. Just like ship it, make it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's the money. Produce it.
What if we flip it to where like Korgoth in the beginning makes it out to where like the Skeleton King is we'll call him the Skeleton King.
Yeah.
The Skeleton King is like super bad and like wants to destroy the world. And then all of this bad stuff happens to Jeff, and he then sets out to go meet the Skeleton King. When he finally meets him, the Skeleton King is actually the nice guy.
Yeah.
And then Korgoth is actually the like bad dragon.
Korgoth is trying to take advantage of.
Who's it? Smog?
Yeah. From The Hobbit.
Yeah. Isn't he like a bad dragon or something?
He's a bad dragon. That man's a bad dragon.
Listen, I've never seen the movie. I don't know.
I've never seen the movie either, actually.
Oh, okay.
I did read the books, but I mean, I think Smog. Smog is the villain, or Smaug.
Okay. Smaug.
The funny story about that is that I actually did see the movie, one of the movies. Sorry, but in 10th grade, we had to read The Hobbit for English class, and so. Of course, everyone's reading The Hobbit. I'm like, there's movies. Like, why would I read the book? So I went to go watch the movie. And I went into class, and my teacher asked a question about the book. And I just raised my hand. I was so confident and told this, like, 10-minute story about what happened in last night's chapter. And she's like, so, Dawson, you're going to go outside into the hallway and actually read the book today? I was like, oh, no. Everyone just started dying. Because it's like, yeah, they put that in the movie and not in the books. It's like, oh.
That's so funny.
It's like, that was a bad call, Dawson. But anyway, back to our Korgoth and the Skeleton King.
Yeah. So the Skeleton King isn't even like a skeleton. The name is very misleading. He's just like a normal king.
He's a skinny dude. He's just like,
he's very skinny.
Yeah.
He's like, I just have a high metabolism. I can't control it.
Yeah,
like,
man. But anyway, he's like, but anyway, yeah, Korgoth's been like bothering me for the past like couple of weeks now.
Yeah, and he keeps sending people to like try and kill me, but like I'm just trying to run a country here.
And then it's just like, and then you go on an adventure to kill Korgoth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of his legions of evildoers.
This is insane. Because we start off with like such a depressing movie. You meet this skeleton king who's just some regular skinny dude who's like the king of the country that they're in, which has cars, which has cars and jobs taking over by. It's like a mixture of sci-fi and fantasy. You know, you have robots taking over jobs, but you also have kings and dragons and stuff. You know, ruling the nations.
But it still looks medieval, like a medieval robot.
Oh, that's so
like,
sick.
That would be super sick. Like mix sci-fi technology, but like in a medieval world.
That is a cool
still
idea.
like the medieval aesthetic.
That's a really cool idea, actually. Like the robots are like really slow moving, like steam's coming out of them and stuff. Like
like a steampunk, yeah.
It's like steampunk, but like still like it's like medieval armor almost.
Yeah. That'd be super cool.
That'd be cool. But there's also cashiers at a convenience store. like
they still have like the modern like conveniences of like a convenience store.
Water bottles.
Water bottles.
That's the only thing they sell at convenience stores.
Yeah. Like things like that, like just the modern convenience. So yeah, I think that would be super cool. He goes off, but they don't have like guns and stuff. Like you still have to like kill him with the traditional like sword and shield, or like magic too. Like there's still like magic, like medieval magic in this world.
But every single time he kills somebody with a sword, it's like, man, I really wish there was an easier way, perhaps some sort of explosive device shooting out projectiles that I could use. Oh well, I'll continue with this, and then he kills somebody else with a sword. Keeps bringing it up.
Like they continuously hint at like a gun. You're like, all right, he's obviously talking about a gun. Just go get a gun.
Yeah, but
they never do.
Never do. Yeah, the whole movie. Even at the end when he kills Korgoth, it's just like there's a gun like in the background. You see it, but he's like, man, I wish I had a better tool than this dumb bronze sword here.
Oh, he goes to do like the finishing blow. His sword is broken. And he's like, frantically looks around, sees a gun. He sees the gun. Yeah. He picks it up and just starts bashing it. Just starts hammering him.
That is so fun. That's perfect. So this movie's also a comedy. Yeah, it has to be a comedy.
Oh yeah, this movie is totally not taken seriously at all. So now we need actors. Who's gonna play all these characters?
Okay. Korgoth.
Who's gonna voice Korgoth?
It's pretty incredible how they got an actual dragon for The Hobbit. Like we should have the actor who played Smaug come in and play Korgoth, because I don't know any other dragons.
We're not gonna have the actor that played Smaug. We're gonna have Smaug himself.
The dragon actor. They got a real dragon.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have Smaug come, and it's just like, wait, isn't that Smaug? No, I'm Korgoth.
That's racist to think we all want to say.
Oh man. Okay. So Smaug plays Korgoth.
The Skeleton King should be played. I think it'd be funny if it was Steve Buscemi.
Because he's just like. What? I'm just a skinny guy playing, Yeah. My Steve Buscemi impression's not even close, but
that was spot on.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
And then we need someone to play Jeff.
Tony Hawk.
Oh my God, Tony Hawk in his movie debut. I don't think he's ever like.
He's been in movies. Before. He's definitely been in movies.
He's
never been like the main actor of a movie.
I was just gonna say he's not even like a supporting character. Like he's had cameos.
Yeah. Watch, somebody's
movies.
Gonna correct us. Be like, no. Don't you remember Tony Hawk 2003? Greatest movie of all time.
But yeah, I think having Tony Hawk be the hero, because I was trying to think of like a mundane celebrity who could like just play a mundane person, and he even though he is a pro skater and is incredible and an overall like super nice guy, I think he would totally fit the role of Jeff.
He's just a chill guy,
Yeah.
And I think he could play a really crappy life very well.
He was in Sharknado 5.
They made a 5?
Yeah, there's so many of the Sharknado.
Wow.
He plays a character called The Hawk.
Now I gotta watch this movie.
This is basically him.
I gotta watch this movie to understand.
Do you remember the game Skylanders?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
We had like the figurines and you put them on a portal and you played them.
Yeah.
He voiced a character called Flame. So yeah, Tony Hawk this is his debut as not himself in any movies.
His name is Jeff Hawk.
Jeff Hawk.
And he's his dream was to be a BMX biker, but he got into a bad accident that stopped him from being a BMX biker.
Yeah. And that's he already had a little bit of pre-existing resentment towards Korgoth, because Jeff was like, dude, you could save me from like expired yogurt, but like you can't save me from the bike accident.
Yeah, it flashes back to the bike accident. Jeff falls and breaks like a bunch of bones. He looks up and sees Korgoth in the audience just eating popcorn.
Yeah. He obviously could have saved him, but didn't.
Oh man.
It's like, so you want to cash in on the fact that you threw out old yogurt.
I changed my mind. I want Korgoth to have a deep voice, like a smoker voice, like, hey, yeah, so this expired yogurt, I'll be taking that. You don't need that. It's gonna kill you.
I love it.
Oh, well, so no, it doesn't matter. It's a Smaug voice anyway, so it's gonna sound like Smaug.
It's whatever the dragon's voice is.
Which is also, it's perfect. It's deep.
Yeah.
Epic. Dragon-like.
Dragon-like.
Yeah. I want Robert Downey Jr. to play like a really minor character that's just like, he's in the convenience store and just...
The dog.
Deal. He just makes a dog noise and that's it.
Just... Yeah!
And they paid Robert Downey Jr. millions of dollars for that role. Yeah. He's advertised like he's like the number 3 actor on like the poster. That'd be really funny. We should have like really big actors play all the extras and like random people play like the main characters. That would be funny. But another movie.
Yeah, we'll choose that for another time.
Yeah.
Man.
At the end of the movie, after he kills Korgoth and everything, like the Skeleton King's like, all right, here's like $20, man. And Jeff goes back to his apartment, no job still. Girlfriend also is drives the other way with her new cool boyfriend. Hits another person's dog. Like his life still sucks.
But he's just it's the small victories for Jeff.
And then at the end, his aunt opens the door and it's just like, so Jeff,
how did you get out?
Yeah. Jeff, let's go to Taco Bell. And then Jeff gets in the car and they drive off to Taco Bell. Who knows if they're going back to the insane asylum. Well, you don't know.
Because you know Jeff is like, so I went and I killed Korgoth and the Skeleton King. He gave me $20. See?
But he's not a real skeleton. He's just a skinny guy.
Yeah. And they live in a village where everything's like mechanical and they have convenience stores, but it's still medieval. She's like, what? All right. Where did you get the $20 from? He's like, I told you, from the Skeleton King. Like, no, Jeff, where did you actually get the $20 from?
And then a single tear just rolls down Jeff's face. Just like,
yeah. And it drops onto the $20.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then it just fades out.
Yeah. Roll credits. Oh my god.
I'd watch it. I feel like we're pushing boundaries with this movie.
What boundaries? What are we pushing?
Boundaries, you know.
If there are any, they've been pushed.
Nobody's ever made a movie like this before. That's what I will say.
There's probably good reasons as to why they haven't.
Of course, of course. And this movie's probably gonna bomb at the box office, but that's all. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. We're not in it for the money.
Yeah. Just wait until you hear our idea for our next movie. Now this movie coming up, that's a movie right there. Because I know what it is already.
Actually, yeah.
Our past
It's a
selves.
solid movie. We were good in the past.
Yeah, this movie was ridiculous. The next movie, though, is like pretty sick, actually.
You want to go see it.
I might have to talk to some good people.
I'll have to pull some strings.
Yeah, pull some strings here. Make this movie. You're gonna see in like 3 weeks. You're gonna see an advertisement for some crazy sci-fi movie. What are the? Oh
well,
no!
Don't give away too much.
I won't spoil anything. But I mean, I'm not sure if there's going to be a smooth transition into our second half. So I think we should just.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
This one, I literally just like opened my Reddit, and it's like at the top.
Okay.
I like this one. I think we could do something with this. You are an AI on board an unmanned spaceship, exploring and mapping out the cosmos when you encounter an alien species. However, these aliens are unfamiliar with AI and have instead concluded that your ship is haunted by ghosts.
So there's no actual There's no actual manifestation of this AI except that it lives within the computers of the ship.
Yes, there's no physical like robot or something. Like it's just in the ship.
Okay.
Do you think we could
No,
run
for
with
sure.
that?
100%. That's a
Okay.
good one. That's a really good one.
Okay. So these aliens. So I don't. Do you want me to read it again for like just cleanliness of the when you edit it?
No. That's totally fine. I get it.
Okay.
We'll roll with that.
All right. So yeah, the main character is the AI.
We gotta have, you know how like in Iron Man the AI is named like Jarvis or something, and like there's Cortana. Like what is this? It needs to have like a cool. Okay, before we start, actually, did you want to? You know, no. We're just rolling with it. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to go funny or serious, but no. Now I just wanted to like find out as we go if we're funny with it. You know.
Well, I think we should try making like an actual action movie.
Yeah.
Like not many jokes. Like
okay.
we'll probably slip in a couple jokes, but like I want to try and kind of take this seriously.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that. I like that.
Yeah. But like the genre is like action.
Thriller, like action thriller, like psychological almost too. Like I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. So the AI's name.
I was thinking Clarence or something, but that's like too goofy, you know.
I think it's got to be like short and sweet. Like Cortana is short, Jarvis is short. Like Siri.
Luna.
Ooh,
I think that's kind of cool.
I like Luna. Yeah. Who voices it? So with the name Luna, probably female.
Yeah. Michelle Obama. Starts her acting career as Luna.
Oh my god. This is already amazing.
I like that.
I would if someone came in and pitched like, oh yeah, Michelle Obama wants to voice an AI system in our movie, like hell yeah.
That movie would be on instantly. I'd be like, how much?
Full
how much
stop.
tickets? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How much are tickets? $300. I'll buy 6.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Me and the whole family would go.
That's so good.
Okay.
Michelle Obama playing Luna.
Okay.
All right. So now we need aliens. The race of aliens is called Gorbits. the Gorbits.
On the planet of...
On the planet of...
It could be like X32A914, like some crazy name, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just throw in like...
Yeah.
Oh, what if we did Elon Musk's child's?
Yeah, for sure. X12AE, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, just slip that under. Like, I think that would be pretty cool, like, having, like, Elon Musk's... Was it daughter or son?
Son, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't feel like looking it up.
Either way, it's a unisex name. Gender neutral name.
Yeah, I think that's why they chose that name to be gender neutral.
I mean, they could have done so many other names for gender neutrality.
There's so many, yeah.
Cameron. Whatever.
We digress. But yeah, I think naming the planet after that would be really cool. The Gorbits come on their spaceship, and yes.
So the spaceship is mapping out this galaxy or the universe even, and it lands on this planet, right? Because it's surveying if there's any life forms or anything about, and so it sends out a rover with Luna on the rover. Luna's like taking the rover around the planet. So the ship is unoccupied, I think, at first when the Gorbits first find it.
Oh, that's so genius. Yeah, so they don't think anything of it. They just think, like, the crew is, like, off the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so genius. I love that.
I feel like are the Gorbits kind of, like, human-like in the way they think? Or, like, what do you think? Like, they don't have to look like humans, but...
I think we should make them human-like in like, their logic and, like... Because, like, humans are smart, but we're also pretty stupid.
Yeah.
And, like, I believe, like, if you were to make it, like, the human race could easily be in this scenario just as easily of, like, thinking that this ship is unmanned and it's haunted.
Especially with no knowledge of any kind of intelligence that's not actually a life form.
Exactly. So, I think the logic and, like, the way they think of the Gorbits should be human-like.
Yeah.
And that makes the Gorbits a little bit more relatable as human viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having so many ideas right now. Like, what if the planet is unlivable on the surface, but completely livable underneath the surface?
So she doesn't find anyone at first.
Yeah. Until she gets back to the ship. And
right, and then that's what she notices, like, everyone's there. Or not everyone, but, like, the search party.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there. And she's like, hello, greetings. Welcome to the spaceship.
Yeah, the lights all go on and everything.
Yeah, and it's, like, a big moment. And, like, we have, like, an orchestra, like, boom.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dude.
And it's like, whoa. And they're like, what the hell?
Dude. Like, it's a search party of, like, 4 people, I think.
Yeah, like a small search party, not big.
Yeah.
And then they obviously get startled. They don't, like, ask any questions. They immediately, like, run out.
Yeah.
And they go back under, and we cut to a scene of them, like, talking to their chieftain, or, like, I don't know, how technologically advanced do we want, like, because sometimes some movies do, like, a hybrid of, like, they're technologically advanced with, like, weaponry, but not in society, or, like, society's more advanced, but, like, they're archaic in, like, some other type of way. Like, how do we want to go about that?
I was thinking I want them to be kind of, like, I feel like they should be kind of technologically advanced, because their backstory, I feel like, would be cool if they lived on another planet at one point, but was kind of taken over, or something bad happened that they escaped to this planet.
You know what would be, like, they were so technologically advanced, but they were, like, humans in the way of, like, they were polluting their home planet.
Yeah.
And so they were forced to technologically advance somewhat into space travel, but they weren't able to take all of their technologies. And so, like, the buildings and stuff don't look technological. It's just built out of like dirt and like mud and crap.
Yeah.
But like they do have like they managed to like have some electricity and a way of like making electricity, and they do have like touch tablets and stuff like that. So like it's kind of mixed in like their original technology mixed with their archaic like restart.
I like that a lot, actually. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is really cool so far.
They do have like weaponry wise, like nothing too like crazy like advanced, but just like simple like plasma rifles and like just laser like pistols, something like that. Because if we're sending them into space, they're going to like meet other either hostile or peaceful like alien races. So they like if we make like another alien race that they're hostile against, like we can't be having them fight with like crappy guns and stuff.
Slingshots and stuff.
Like a musket. It's like that's not gonna work.
Okay, so I think Luna, the ship that Luna's on, is like an incredibly advanced like it can like handle warfare really well too. I think that might be. Oh
yeah, like Luna is completely decked out.
Yeah.
Like she comes from a like planet system, and I say system because like it's not just one planet. Like this race, it'd be like either humans or like we make it like another like different alien race, is so technologically advanced that they've inhabited other planets in their system. So it's not just like, oh, this civilization, like it's a whole planetary system that has sent Luna out to explore the universe.
Is that civilization still around? Do they still exist? The one that sent Luna, or is Luna out like so far into space that the original civilization is extinct and this Luna is still going?
Scientifically, if we want to get like kind of close to science, scientifically speaking, they would be extinct. But she is under the impression that they're still alive.
Yeah.
And she's like collecting all the data. Yeah. And so like
she's been light years out, like hundreds of light years out from that civilization, like. Yeah,
because it's scientifically, like if we were to send someone in a rocket ship now to like a galaxy distant away, and then we learnt like warp speed or whatever, and like traveled there through light speed, we would get there before them, and they would be like so much older than at home, if that makes sense.
Right.
So scientifically speaking, like she would be so far out, Luna would be so far out that the galaxy would be extinct by then.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I think that's kind of cool. But she has no idea.
Yeah,
her mission is still to return back there with the information she's gathered.
Yeah. I think we should make it where like her data drives are full or something, where she has to like return back.
Yeah. Okay. So she can't do any more surveying, and so like this planet she landed on to finish off her research and head back.
Yeah. Because the galaxy is like obviously ever expanding. Like you can't physically like track all of it. At some point, like some databases are gonna get full, and like you're so far away from home that like communications have been cut off.
I think what would be really cool is if after a little while, the Gorbits start taking apart the ship, right? Like they start like breaking it down. Like I think Luna goes into a dormant state, like has to recharge before she heads back on her journey. And while she's in this state, that like the Gorbits carry the ship back to like wherever they are, and like start taking it apart. And so the ship can't fly anymore, right? But the AI still exists. And okay. I just had an idea. Can I just run with it real quick? This goes close to the end, but eventually, like, you know, the Corvus taking apart and everything, and Luna comes to, like, in her dorm, completely, like, taken apart and destroyed, and they're just these Corvus are just using this technology for other things now. Like, I don't know, they built a toilet with one thing, was part of it. I don't know, some ridiculous things like that. They recycle these parts, but then another race comes to this planet, third, 12th, whatever, and they're like a hostile race, right? Mm-hmm. And Luna's like, and they're all, you know, the Gorbits are getting destroyed, their planet's being destroyed and everything like that. There's nothing, they have nowhere to turn. And then Luna's like, I can help you. We just gotta put myself back together. Like,
oh, I think so. To include the alien race thinking that the ship is haunted, they think that if they put Luna back together, they will gain power from the spirits. Quote unquote.
So they have an ulterior motive.
Like, the spirits will come and aid them in the battle.
Yeah.
And, like, they'll get, like, the spirits' blessings or whatever, because they don't quite understand that it's an AI system talking to them.
And I love that they will never, like, even at the end of the movie, they have no idea. They think that the spirits came and helped them. Like, after Luna leaves, they're just like, yeah, it was just like a spirit that helped us.
Yeah.
It goes from being haunted to not being haunted, to being a good spirit.
Yeah. But I think, they fight the hostile aliens. Then she convinces them to go back to her home planet. And then when they get there, it's like desolate, but the technology is still there.
Yeah.
It's just like, I think it would be cool if it was like humans and it took place on Earth, like her home planet, because then like you would see like the overgrown of Earth, of like taking over like all of like the futuristic buildings and such.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think that's cool.
the race then lives there, and like that's how like the movie kind of ends, of like them like living there and like learning like the technological advances.
Yeah.
And then until finally like we do like a jump skip to like several years in the future, and someone finally like realizes like, oh, Luna, who like we've been worshiping as a god, is like, she got like upgraded from like spirit to like now a god.
Yeah, exactly. I'm imagining like literally churches.
Because she knows like all like how to work all the new technological stuff, because it's so technologically advanced that she's like teaching them and everything. So they now view her as a god or goddess. And so someone finally like stumbles upon like AI systems and is like, oh, she's not a goddess, she's an AI that's like just super intelligent. But I think we go about it like the cool way of like, rather than like have an uprising of like religious zealots and like religion, like be like, oh, we just transitioned from like religion to just science.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you're not a goddess, you're just an AI, which is just as cool.
But then technically speaking, like Luna would be like a historical figure that kind of like saved their species, right? So
yes, I mean they still like regard her in like high regards, but not in a religious manner. Yes.
Yeah. I love this.
That is actually like a good movie.
You know what I think kind of would be cool is if it ended like on a cliffhanger almost, where they, you know, the person finds out that it's an AI and like looks up, and I think it just like
that it ends.
And like people are like, what?
Yes.
Like what do they do? Like what happens then?
I do. Yes. Yes.
Like, what do they do with this information?
It just ends. Yeah. Because then, and I don't want to make a sequel for this.
Yeah,
it doesn't need a sequel. Like, the audience just does whatever they want with it. Like, however you think they would handle it. If you think that they would have a religious uprising and like it would turn into chaos, maybe that could happen.
This
or
is cool.
they could just like be like, oh, we respect you and you helped us a lot and now we understand what you are and like how you know so much. Like that makes sense and thank you for helping us along.
Yeah, this is cool.
I love this. This is a movie.
Yeah, dude, I would actually like really enjoy like this. Yeah, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it has the action of, like, fighting another race and, like, trying to survive. And not just, like, some stupid, like, legit, like, warfare. Like, you see bodies blowing up.
Yeah.
Like, it's an epic, like, big war going on. And their, like, backs are pressed against the wall. You have Tom Hanks voicing one of the aliens because he's always in, like, some war movie. Like,
that's true.
Saving Private Ryan or, like, something like that.
Oh, dude. We didn't even talk about actors. I mean, we have Michelle Obama and Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
like,
we didn't even talk about actors or actresses.
Totally fine. I feel like we should only have...
I love Michelle Obama being the voice of Luna.
I feel like everyone else should just be like an unknown actor, like underground actor. It's like something like, I don't know. I think this would be really cool.
Like no names. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. We could. What are the aliens gonna look like? What are the Gorbits? Like, do we make them human? Like, look human?
Like humanoid?
Like, yes. Or do we like completely like go like reptilian or like short and stout or like long lanky? Like, how are we thinking they look like?
We could go. I think there's like two options here, right? We can go with something that's kind of like jarring and kind of like, whoa, what the heck? But like people grow fond of, or something that is really familiar and people are already kind of fond of. You know what I mean? Like that's tough.
Right.
It's like, how do you choose?
Sorry, I was thinking if we went the funny route with this movie, just make them look like minions.
Literally,
just fucking minions.
Yeah, literally, like copied, like literally just like
copy paste minions. That's what the Gorbits are.
They talk like humans, but with minions, but like with subtitles. Dude,
yeah.
Oh my god.
No, we're not screwing up the movie like that.
But that would be hilarious.
That would be so funny. But that would completely undermine this masterpiece that we've created.
Oh man, that takes this movie from like really cool and really like kind of like thought provoking to like yeah, and none of the trailers
undercuts everything.
None of the trailers actually show any of the aliens until like you go to see the movie and it's minions. Oh man.
Yeah. No shot. I'm not doing that.
I agree.
I think they should. I don't know. Like,
I'm trying to. I think this is one of those things that if you told somebody a story that was really talented at art and coming up with things, well, you would have to give full liberty to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of a fan of something that's like really jarring and really like freaky at first.
Let me see. I'm gonna send you a link to.
You could also screen share.
Oh, that's right. I'll just do that. That makes it so much easier. I'll just screen share.
For listeners, we'll try to do our best to explain what it looks like.
Do you see it?
Oh my god. Okay, so
there's that, or I saw these.
That's a little too like horror movie, I feel like.
Okay.
Okay, this one's cool. Okay, so now
these.
Let me try to explain this. Imagine Bruce Willis. Okay.
Yes.
You know, bald head.
Pretty. Yeah.
With tentacles coming from only like there's only 6 tentacles coming from his chin kind of area. It's really hard.
But they're not wiggly like tentacles.
Yeah, they're like horns almost.
Yeah, almost horns, but like skinny like tentacles. And he has like pointy ears like an elf. And I don't want to say a pig nose, but like it's like a nose but like pushed in and like up. I like that look.
Because it's like kind of jarring and gross, but like something you could grow fond of, I feel like.
Yeah, like you could totally just like get used to that because it's human-ish. Like it look like it has human features. It's 2 eyes, nose, ears, like a normal shaped head. It's just like some features that are like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. Like when I like that we just saw the Avatar from the movie Avatar, and like I don't.
They're called Na'vi.
Yeah, and I don't like the
Na'vi.
design they chose for that because they're like, oh, we'll make them like really pretty and everything. It's just like they kind of look like, I guess, lions or something to me. I kind of like something that's gross because it's like, okay.
No, not that.
Oh, the pig.
That's
the pig.
That's
a movie.
That's from a movie.
It might be Spaceballs. No, it's not Spaceballs. I don't know what it's from.
It's like a movie.
It's called Mac and Me.
Oh yes.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, Mac and Me. Yeah, it's the anytime. So Paul Rudd, whenever he goes on Conan, he shows this scene. There's a scene from this movie that he shows.
With the car going off the cliff.
Yeah, it ends with that alien just like popping up and like, huh?
Like, oh no,
yeah.
That is and he's done it like 4 times, right?
Yeah, every
so
time he
funny.
goes on, he's like, oh yeah, we'll take a look at my movie, and just like shows that.
Side note, I think Conan O'Brien is the best talk show host.
He hands down best late night show talk host. I think when Jay Leno screwed him over, that was the worst move.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me.
He should have gotten primetime late night.
Yeah, like did you ever see his first episode when he would before his monologue? Oh my god, it's so funny. Before his monologue, he's like walking through the streets of New York and. He's he's like on his way to his first day of the show, monologue, and he's kind of nervous, but he's going around waving to the delivery guy, waving to the mailman, everything. He's just having a good time. Gets into the dressing room, he's like smiling, he's like do 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 do, like whistling and everything, and he's putting his books down, and then you see him tie a noose and throw it over the rafter.
That's fantastic.
And people like the whole time he's on his way there, people are like, "You got some big shoes to fill, Conan." He's like, "I know." It's like, "Do you feel the pressure yet, Conan? You got some big shoes to fill." And he gets there and just throws the noose over. Like that is one of the funniest things ever.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
He's just so good. Like my grope with like Jimmy Fallon.
Your gripe?
Yeah, my grope. My gripe with like Jimmy Fallon is like specifically Jimmy Fallon. He like forces it.
Yes, 100%.
Like his laugh is very forced, and it's like, all right, guy, like it wasn't that funny. Like calm down, or like he won't let guests like get an inch.
Oh no!
Like word wise, like there's no. Like leeway with the conversation. Like Conan will just like let the conversation go in whichever direction.
Demi Lovato has been talking to aliens.
Apparently, we're taking a look at that and probably gonna get a virus. What is the best way to get over a breakup? Is it to spend time outdoors? Form deep and meaningful connections with new people and possibly new life forms?
What does that even mean?
SpawnCon? Do SpawnCon for a UFO app? If you're Demi Lovato, the answer is all of the above. In her latest Instagram post, the singer, who very recently and very publicly split up with her quarantine fiancé, actor, says she spent the last few days in Joshua Tree National Park. Dr. Stephen Greer.
Yeah, I've had enough.
He's also the developer of the CE5 Contact app. It's $10 in the App Store.
I've had enough. This is a pyramid scheme.
Which purportedly helps. I don't know big words. Which purportedly helps users make peaceful contact with extraterrestrial civilizations, as well as locating others in your area who are interested in making contact.
Yeah.
What?
I've had enough. Demi Lovato.
Even... okay. Even if aliens are real, and I believe aliens could be very well real.
Yeah.
The universe is ever expanding, and there are trillions of galaxies that we do not know what exactly is in them. So the odds that that our Earth is the only one that has formed intelligent life, I feel is kind of naive in thinking. Like there's no possible way that's true. That
I would 100%. I agree with you.
So, even if, aliens are real, we're saying aliens are real, there is no possible way of contacting any of them. And you're telling me for $10 I can?
Right. Well...
What?
It's one of those things, right? It's like, I haven't done enough research on it, though, to understand. Like, even if maybe their message, maybe this article did a bad job, maybe their message isn't, oh, we can talk to aliens peacefully. It's like, when it does happen, or when it can happen, we will be the ones to forefront the peaceful conversation. You know what I mean? Which would be a lot more respectable, I think, than saying, oh, here, you can talk to aliens peacefully. You know?
If we were to get 1% of the population to meditate and make contact, we would force our governments...
Okay, never mind. I'm completely wrong. Completely wrong. Did Demi Lovato say that?
Lovato wrote. Yep.
Okay.
Before plugging the CE5 app.
Okay, so I take back everything I said. They are a bunch of loonies.
We would force our governments to acknowledge the truth about extraterrestrial life among us and change our destructive habits.
They are all loonies. Change my mind.
Demi did not go into what she and the aliens have been chatting about, how exactly a 1% human-alien connection would help the planet, or whether the aliens are hot.
What?
She hasn't disclosed whether aliens are hot.
So we need to contact our friend Gavin Vandermark, who's a huge Demi Lovato fan. We need to tell him to stop being a Demi Lovato fan.
Can we... I'll send Gavin the Zoom info right now and just have him quickly pop in. Just tell him about this. Oh, Gavin Vandermark?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's busy right now.
Well, let's tell him to join next week, and we could just have a whole entire day. We could have an alien conversation, and then like don't tell him it's about Demi Lovato until the end.
Bring it up.
Yeah, until the end, and say like, so what do you think about Demi Lovato? And he's like, I love her. She's my favorite. And then we're like, well, read
She's
this.
insane.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Anyway, if you've recently gone through a breakup and want to make more interstellar connections, but don't want to drop $9.99 on an app, you can always just hang out on balconies and hope the aliens find you for free, like they did Post Malone.
I'm done.
Hold on. Aliens have located the perfect human specimen. That's the title!
Okay, so Post Malone, I agree, is the perfect human specimen. But, like, what?
Okay, in an interview with Joe Rogan this week, rapper, Crocs designer, and totally kind of hot man, Post Malone, confirmed that something that, let's be honest, you already knew in your bones. He's seen UFOs multiple times. I was probably 16. I was in upstate New York, he told Rogan for his first experience. My aunt and uncle were very strict, and we had to go to bed at a very strict deadline, probably 10 p.m. It wasn't that strict if you can't remember the time. I was looking out the window with my cousin, and it's just a light that just stays there and then just fucking goes off. That's his words exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I just whoosh. You can't explain it. when Rogan expressed skepticism, yeah,
No,
questioning-
of course.
questioning how strong Post's memory was of the event, Post conceded it was medium strong. The rapper went on to say that he's seen shit in Utah where he lives, as well as in LA.
I feel bad saying that I've lost respect for Post. You know?
He saw what looked like a classic force field. It's kind of like a dome in a circular shape. I'm like, how did no one else see this? But I was there with like 4 other fucking people and they saw it too. So yeah.
Well, I think we've created a really thought-provoking and cool story.
Yeah, our movie is very solid.
Both of them.
I was just gonna say I love both of them equally, but for different reasons.
It's like you have a favorite. Do you have a favorite child? Like obviously one's like better than the other. But you're like,
Yeah,
I love you
but
both for different reasons.
You gotta love both of them, yeah.
Jimmy, I love you because you're the nicest, most caring person. You're very mature. And John, I love you because you're a complete idiot, and I hope you die.
Yeah,
It's like, thanks, Dad.
exactly. Well, I think that's a wrap.
Wow. Ended on
Yeah.
the fact that Demi Lovato and Post Malone have seen aliens, and Demi meditates to communicate with her.
Yeah, and she's probably swiped right on a couple of aliens.
Yeah. When she meditates, does she mean she smokes peyote? Is that what she's doing in the mountains?
Probably. That's what meditating means.
Yeah. Well, actually, I gotta go. I have a meditating session, so I gotta.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
my transaction of $10 shit got through.
Yeah. Oh, I just got my
I'm gonna
PayPal
go-
receipt. Yeah, we're good.
I'm gonna go chat with them.
Yeah. $10 to talk to aliens. It's like, oh, $15 and you'll get into heaven. It's like, oh yeah, I'm buying my ticket now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good lord. So that's been Ask Jawson. Thank you guys for listening. I've been your co-host Josh Jerzek, joined with my other host Dawson March. You can listen to this on any streaming platform, Apple Podcast,
Spotify.
SoundCloud, Spoofy. What's the other one?
YouTubes.
Well, you can watch us
On YouTubes.
on YouTubes. And what's the one with Jay-Z? I always forget. Tidal.
Yeah.
We also posted on Tidal. If you want to send us questions, because we do answer questions every once in a while, you can email askjawson@gmail.com, and we will sift through all of your silly questions, and we'll try and answer some of them the best that we can.
No matter how ridiculous.
No matter how silly. If you ask a question saying, hey, I would like to talk to aliens. Do you know of any apps that would allow me to communicate? We would be able to say yes.
And now we would like to thank our sponsor. What's the
We'd like to thank our sponsor, CE5.
Yeah.
It's just the name of the app. CE5. What?
Oh man, imagine. Imagine next episode, like, we would like to sponsor you. I'd be like, aliens are real, you better meditate to talk to them.
Yes. You have to meditate 5 times a day and go on our app and talk to them.
Yeah.
And they're very nice people. If we get 1% of the population to start talking to aliens, that'll force the U.S. government to acknowledge aliens exist.
And we get like Barack Obama as our spokesperson.
Yeah, like he's gonna say yes.
We would get 1% of the people for sure.
Listen, my fellow Americans. Aliens are real.
But the only way.
I have talked to them myself. My good friend Demi Lovato has also talked to them, and we have about 1% of the U.S. population in regular contact with these aliens.
And the only way is through this app.
The only way you can communicate them is through $10.
Through CE5.
You have to download CE5 onto your phone, and
commercial ends. This message was paid for by Donald Trump. I am not Donald Trump, Barack Obama. Darn it! I messed that one up.
No, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny if Donald Trump backed it.
My name is Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, man.
Alright, have a nice night, everyone.